Hi, my name is Joey.
And my name is Sam.
And this is School Nights.
Welcome back to another episode, guys. We're so glad you guys are here.
Our fifth episode. Over a month going on.
We're cranking them out, and we're absolutely having a blast.
This has been a dream come true for me, Sam. Hanging out with you every Thursday.
Yeah, and if you guys are new here, what School Nights is, this is kind of your window into life here at Calvin. You guys will get to see different aspects of life here at Calvin. We'll highlight a bunch of really cool stuff that goes on here, and even like different departments and programs too.
Yeah. I think the coolest thing about this program is, as you guys know, it's completely student-run. Sam and I are both students here. I'm a sophomore here studying marketing and strategic communication, and I'm from just outside Chicago.
Absolutely. And I'm from Huntsville, Michigan. I'm studying physical education with a minor in recreational leadership. I'm also a junior, and I'm on the hockey team here as well.
So we're just super excited to work with each other, but also work with you guys and show you guys all about Calvin. And we have three awesome segments today. Sam, what's the first one?
The first segment, we're going to go over to Emily, Anna, and Ashton Secrets, and they're going to talk about everything study abroad. So the different details that go into it, who can do it, how you can get involved, all that good stuff. Me, I've actually been abroad.
Really? Where'd you go?
Abroad. I went to Costa Rica.
Okay.
It was one of the best trips of my entire life, and I'm sure they'll talk about where Ashton went and where Emily went.
Yeah, and also where you guys can go as students looking at Calvin or as parents reminiscing of your time at Calvin as well. Our second segment will be with our friends Abby and Emma. Then we talk with the Rhetoric Center. For those that don't know, you're going to learn all about how we at Calvin support you as a student, whether you're writing a paper, a lab report, or a movie script, how it all works. And our last segment, our personal favorite segment of the night. What is it going to look like, Sam?
So we have a good friend, John Solowski, and he had a little bet with us.
A friendly wager.
If our first episode got over 500 views, he would jump in the Seminary Pond. Lo and behold, it's almost at 600.
Yeah. So John, much to his dismay, is now going to be jumping in the Seminary Pond as our last piece of this show.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure you stick around. But as you stick around and watch all these wonderful segments, make sure you guys are all commenting in the YouTube channel and subscribing to Calvin University.
Absolutely. Put those questions in the chat, and we'll actually answer them at the end and get to those.
Yeah.
So
our guy Ben over there is diligently writing your questions right now if he's asking them.
Keep him busy.
But with that, guys, we want to hand it off to our first segment with Emily and Ashton. Take it away, guys.
Hey guys, it's Emily and Ashton here. Nice to see everyone. We'll just go ahead and introduce ourselves real quick. My name is Emily, and I serve as the Assistant Director of Admissions and Dual Enrollment at Calvin. So basically what that means, I'm an admissions counselor for students. I also was a student. I graduated in 2017, so can speak a little bit into the student perspective as well. I'll let Ashton
my name's Ashton, and I'm a junior here at Calvin. I'm studying international relations and Spanish, and I also work here in the admissions office. So just like Sam and Joey said, we're going to talk a little bit about studying abroad and kind of what that looks like for students at Calvin. So Ashton, you've done a study abroad. Yes.
Can you tell us about where you went, kind of what you did, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so I actually studied abroad last spring for my Spanish major. I got to go to Oviedo, Spain, which is now my favorite place in the world. So it was a semester-long program, and we went with a group of students. There were 14 of us, so it was pretty small. And we got to travel around Spain, as well as take classes. We were enrolled in the local university there, as well as at a school with other international students. So a lot of other students from US, Canada, who are all in Spain taking Spanish classes. So
That's awesome. Yeah. And of course, this is just one example of being able to go abroad, but can you tell us a little bit about why you recommend going abroad for any student?
Yeah, I think for every student, no matter what your major is, it's just a great opportunity to do something new, do something different, learn in a different way. I know going to a different culture, it was the first time I'd been outside of the United States. So it was super fun just to experience life from a different perspective and just really grow with myself. You get super close with all the people you go with because you're all kind of in it together. So yeah, it's great to meet new people and really grow.
Yeah, absolutely. And then can you tell us what your favorite experience while you were abroad, the kind of best thing that you did?
That's hard to say because everything was so awesome. But our first weekend there, we went on an excursion with our professor, and there was a little mountain in air quotes, I guess you could say, that you could climb. And at the top was this big famous statue. I mean, she was like, we're not going to go as a class, but if you guys want to go ahead. You just go right up the path. It's about an hour hike up this path. So we all decided to go, obviously, but we got lost. And so we were hiking in the woods. We took the wrong path. We were gone for like 4 hours. We were lost. We had no clue, but it was so fun. It was a great experience for that like first weekend. We were all laughing. Started raining. People were falling, and it was just a great way to start the trip. Like we had no clue what was going on, but it was so fun. We got really close.
Good, yeah. And I think what's super exciting about studying abroad in general is that all of your trips are going to be led by faculty members too. So you're never just let loose in another country. You're really going with people who can help kind of immerse you in that culture. And I think that kind of goes back to our mission too, of wanting to make sure that students are really prepared to be Christians out in this global society, not just be Christians in their own small, Christian space. So it's super exciting to be able to go. About 2/3 of our students will go abroad at some point. So it's really pretty common. And something that's pretty cool is that, Ashton went for a full semester. So either in the fall or the spring, you can go. But we also do something called interim. An interim is actually just a 1 month, really accelerated semester. So if you're on campus, you're just taking one class during that time, but it's also an opportunity to be able to go abroad. So if maybe you're a little bit nervous about going for a full semester or can't fit it into your schedule, interim is a really great option. That's actually what I did when I was a student. I went to England, Germany, and Switzerland all within 3 weeks. So it was super quick. Yeah. But the course that I was taking was called Psychology and Religion in Europe. Neither of those were things that I was specifically studying for my major, but they were things that I was really interested in. Yeah. So it's kind of cool to still be able to go on these abroad trips, even if they're not geared towards your specific major, you can still get credit for them and still really be able to explore the world, see new things, kind of get out of your comfort zone, those sorts of things as well. And then one other thing, just a quick mention, is that scholarships will actually travel with you abroad. So it really shouldn't be a huge additional cost to be able to go. If you're going for a full semester, it really should be about the same cost as being on campus. And then if you're going for an interim, usually it's between $2,000 and $4,000 extra. But I think what's really nice to just mention about that is that price for being gone for 3 to 4 weeks is actually outstanding. And your lodging and your food and all that kind of stuff is included in that price as well. So again, an awesome opportunity, definitely something that we recommend for sure. But with that, we will hand it back to Sam and Joey.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Sam,
awesome.
You've studied abroad. Tell us, anything else you want to add to that?
I have actually. Thank you for that, Ashton. Spain, a lot of my friends have actually gone to that and they've had an absolute blast. But when I was in Costa Rica, one of my favorite stories to tell is we did a lot of homestays there. Mm-hmm. So we got to live with families, learn about the culture. One of the families we stayed with, her house had no doors.
No doors.
She said, that's what hospitality is like. She's like, you guys are welcome.
Sounds like she blew the doors off of your experience there.
Absolutely. She did. And we got to go surfing, which that was a big bucket list goal. I didn't do too bad.
I have never been surfing. I'll go with you though. If there's no sharks. I'm
sure you'd be good.
I can hang 10. I can hang 10. Okay. Coming up next, so guys, we're going over to the Rhetoric Center. Mm-hmm. I have a ton of friends that love the Rhetoric Center. One of my friends, Ava, she goes there all the time, just getting her papers worked on and make sure she's all up to speed. But without further ado, we're going to hand it over to Abby and Emma over in the Rhetoric Center.
Hi guys, I'm Emma. I'm Abby, and we're here at the Rhetoric Center where we have Kate here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Kate. I'm a junior here at Calvin studying writing and linguistics.
Awesome. So we are going to ask a few questions about the Rhetoric Center here. So what does the Rhetoric Center offer, and just what is it for people who don't know?
Yeah, so the Rhetoric Center is full of student consultants, so peers just like you that are helping you with your writing. We aim to help you at all points of the writing process. So whether you're brainstorming, revising, editing, or you're just suffering from writer's block and you just need someone to talk to, you can come and talk to us.
Awesome. That's awesome. So I heard there's also a fun event going on tonight called Write Night where you can get help with your papers and things like that. What is that kind of about?
Yeah, so tonight we're going to be open from 7 until midnight. And we will be available for 4 sessions, and there'll be snacks and prizes and just a community to kind of suffer and write those papers together. So you do have to pre-register, so you can do that on one of our posters or on our Instagram, Rhetoric. I think it's Calvin Rhetoric Center, but any combination of those things, and you'll find it the link in our bio to sign up.
Awesome. And so you work here. What is your favorite part of working at the Rhetoric Center, and what do you like about it?
Yeah, my favorite part about this job is kind of helping students get breakthroughs. So if they're brainstorming, trying to come up with a thesis, those are my favorite things to work with, where a student has a bunch of ideas and they can finally like narrow it down into one. I also love working on creative projects. So we're not just here for your academic writing, but really for any piece of rhetoric that you want to bring in.
Awesome. Do you guys edit more than just papers too?
Yeah, we do actually. We can help with speeches and with art actually. So any like visual presentation or anything visual, anything written, and anything oral.
Wow, that's super awesome. Well, it was so great to hear from you,
Yeah.
Kay, and meet you tonight. And we're so thankful to be able to feature one of our awesome resources here at Calvin. I know I've used it so many times for different papers and things, and I'm sure Abby has too.
Yep.
So thanks for featuring us, and back to you, Joey and Sam.
That was awesome. I think the coolest with the Rhetoric Center is just that you can go there anytime, get that, you can register online, they said.
Yep.
And you just walk right in the library, right across from Pete's, the first Pete's in Michigan.
We love it.
So you get a nice cup of coffee, you get a nice cup of Joe, and you get work on a paper. And I think the best part about that, Sam, is if Sam goes to the Rhetoric Center and I work there, we had an email to his professor saying that Sam came in, he put that extra work in, and he's ready to do this thing.
Super nice. And Write Night with the highlighted is a great way to work on those papers together, have some great resources at your hands, and kind of crank out those last few papers and even projects at the end of the semester.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice.
Now, Sam, the moment we've all been waiting for, tell us about it.
Yes. So if you guys were here at the beginning, John, our good friend John, promised us if our first video got over 500 views, he would jump in the Seminary Pond. Lo and behold, it's almost at 600. So John, you already know what's happening, but you guys, please enjoy.
Yeah, and learn a little bit about our friend John, but more importantly, how cold that water can be. Handing over to John right now.
Can you hear me, Joey? Or I guess it doesn't matter now. What's up, guys? I'm John Slavsky. I'm a sophomore here at Calvin. I study organizational communications. I'm a film and media minor. And today for my segment, I'm here at the Calvin Seminary Pond. My lovely camera lady can pan and show this beautiful area to our viewers at home. So it's a really great study spot on campus. It's home to Calvin Seminary School, where our students study to lead others in faith, which is a really great opportunity that you can have at Calvin if you want to take that route in your education. And then over on that side, we have President Leroy's house. So students over for dinner and stuff all the time. And he's just a really great and open guy. I'm bringing Joey and Sam some bad news because as we were preparing the jump and testing the depth of the water, unfortunately campus safety came and said that I was not allowed to jump in the water for safety protocol. So I will stick to my word though. I will find another spot to jump in for Joey and Sam. Don't think that this is the end because I'm a man of my word. But yeah, I hope you guys get to see what this beautiful place is and hopefully get to see it in person sometime.
All right, well, I will say we can't be too mad. I guess Campus Safety's been looking out for us. Am I crying on the inside? Yes, but again, this show is live, guys, how it goes. Campus Safety, shout out to you guys for keeping us safe and more importantly, keeping John safe from hypothermia.
Yeah. But hey, we got a cliffhanger on our hands. You guys are gonna have to come back and see when he jumps in and where he jumps in.
Speaking of cliffhangers, before we get to our questions, Sam, I hear we have a special guest next week that also wears bow ties.
Yes.
I'm not gonna really give away too much of who it is, but you may know them as having a very cute dog and wearing bow ties all the time next week, Thursday. Yeah, we love them a lot. But with that, Ben, get up here. Give us those questions, big dog. Come on in.
Questions.
All righty.
You guys have been asking.
So,
we're getting to them.
First question for you, Sam, I think is a good one. Yeah. Does it cost extra if I study abroad?
No, actually, no. And Emily kind of touched on this earlier, that is included in your Calvin tuition. So what you normally pay, if you're on campus, you'll actually pay that for the study abroad. So it's really, really nice to be able to do that. And Calvin really wants you to study abroad. They want you to see a different part of the world because that's how we engage with different cultures, languages, etc.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent. Another good question, I think, is this one. What kind of student jobs are there available in the Rhetoric Center and the library? Well, I can answer this one a little bit. We have over 100 on-campus jobs available to freshmen and anyone through their freshman and senior year, day one. They step on campus, they can apply for a job.
Yeah.
And so you can work with a tour guide like us. You guys want to get us as a tour guide, sign up and request Sam or Joey. We'd love to help you out. But also, we're in the Rhetoric Center as a paper editor or a worker there. You can also work in the library as a librarian, or you can even work there just stocking shelves or working at Pete's in the coffee shop.
And literally so many more jobs.
So many.
I can't even keep track of all.
My sister, she's actually a janitor. She cleans dorm floors. So shout out to Madeline. She's cleaning. I think she worked today, actually.
Nice.
A good question for you, Sam. What are some of the most popular study abroad programs?
That is a great question. There's a ton of them. So it's really hard to pick out the most popular ones. Some of the ones that my friends have been on to a lot. Ashton has actually been on. The Spain semester abroad is a really, really cool one. A lot of my friends have done that. England is another popular one. A lot of my friends have done that, and they get to go around England, explore a lot of really cool places. Another one of my favorites, Peru. I know some more people who went on that one. It's a really great one if you're a Spanish major. Also Honduras is another really cool one. And like I said, so many more. And those interim abroad opportunities, you get to go to even more places. So
Yeah, and another quick question before we kind of wrap up here. Can any student use the Rhetoric Center? We want to make sure we clarify that every student can use it, whether you're a freshman through senior. I know second semester seniors who use it all the time.
Absolutely.
Because that resource is for you, no matter. It's also free, just to reiterate that. Well, that's our question, Sam. I want to remind you guys all that this program is here every Thursday. Next week, Mr. Bowtie himself will be here. Figure out who that is if you want in the comments.
Invite your friends.
Invite your friends.
Watch it all.
Subscribe to Calvin University on YouTube. But as you guys know, my name is Joey.
And my name is Sam.
And this has been School Nights.
Double. Boom, 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 boom. Double.
Double.
Jellyfish. And
then
scene.